everybody, welcome to Girl Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Modape.
I'm Favour.
And I'm Toyin. And we are from Blossom Foundation. We educate, inspire and empower young Black African girls on their glow up journey.
In our first episode, we're going to be talking about relationships within ourselves and our sisters and others.
Let's go! Okay, let's talk about our relationships with ourselves because that's the most important.
My relationship with myself has been getting better recently. I've just figured out what I like and what I like to see in people, as long as because I know what I like in myself, and I would want someone to have that same quality. I isolated myself to really figure out how I am and what I want for myself regarding my career and stuff. And now that I'm about to start uni, I will say that I'm in a better position as to where I can make good friends that would help me to stay on the right path that I have for myself and God has for me, and progress really. What about you, Favour?
Yeah, my relationship within myself is kind of complicated because I'm on a journey to kind of finding myself, sort of thing.
Why did you start your YouTube? How does that help you find yourself?
I started YouTube because I love to edit and I liked seeing myself grow. And obviously I'm still in that journey.
What has that taught you about yourself?
That I'm enough and that I don't need other people to kind of I don't know.
External validation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just need me, myself and I really.
Tell you, what about you?
What about me? Am I... I think I have a positive relationship with myself because growing up, I always had a really strong sense of self. But as I've grown up, I've been exposed to new environments, and it's all about finding who you are amongst different types of people. But yeah, I think that's me.
Mm-hmm. Being from Blossom Foundation, I would say the relationship that I've built on is sisterhood. Because it's a range of ages, I would say I built relationship with most of them. Although they're younger than me, I would say that, yeah. Because I've always wanted a little sister, and I have I have 50 little sisters. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I would say it's very similar to yours. It's helped me to kind of gain more confidence. My communication skills is definitely better. Because as she said, that you get a range of different ages that you can kind of communicate with and see their perspectives and point of view of different stuff. So yeah, it's really good.
I'd say the Blossom Foundation is I think it's grounded me personally, because in society today, people neglect how Black girls feel a lot, and I think it just reminds you that what you feel is what's the word? What you feel is it just validates you basically, a constant form of validation. I think being surrounded with people that look like you and feel like you and talk like you and act the same way that you do, I think it's a pillar of my community, my personal community, I think.
One of the good things about being an older girl in Blossom Foundation is how I can just be a leader and kind of lead the younger girls to do the right thing, giving them advice and kind of showing them the way, sort of thing. But yeah.
Yeah, because when they will come up to me, some of them with their experiences from high school, I have to remember I am older and I should keep them in the right place. But then again, it's I'm looking for my sister pointinghood, and it's just their stories be jarring. They're just
they do silly things.
Exactly,
yeah,
they're very silly. But yeah, they're still children, so yeah, I like that though. What about you, Tony?
I think I didn't even realize that people would see me as a role model, honestly. Because I think when I was growing up, I think I was growing up I didn't realize I was growing up. I blinked and I was 17, honestly.
Yeah.
So I think a couple of weeks ago, one of the girls called me about something that they were dealing with in school, and I just took it as just a normal session of just speaking to someone. But then I realized that she actually was going through something and thought that, I can call Toyin about it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that's cute.
yeah, I was actually shocked, not gonna lie. But when I was talking to her, it didn't feel coming from an older person's perspective. It was very much a sisterly kind of thing, yeah.
Because of that relationship that was really bonded from the start.
Yeah. So I think another relationship we couldn't do without is definitely our relationship with God.
100%.
Yeah. Growing up in we're all Nigerian, right? We're all Nigerian. Growing up in a Nigerian family, I think religion is definitely more part of the culture. But I think as I grew up, I started to know God for myself. And I think that's a journey that is like definitely sped up in the past couple of months, especially like as you're getting older and you're becoming more independent. You can't rely on what your parents have taught you about God. You have to know him for yourself.
For yourself, yeah.
And I think that's definitely helped with my identity as well and relationship with myself, because there's like certain morals and values that come from being a daughter of God that have helped me, especially like navigate life, and also things like, for example, just praying as well, that because God is very merciful, and I feel like it's very important to like just be kind to yourself. I think especially if you hold yourself to a very high standard, then like praying to God and just like feeling his love and his mercy and his kindness, I think that helps you to like move past things that you might struggle to.
I also treasure my relationship with God. Like, he's the one that I can't live without. Because growing from a like child, every Sunday, my mum would wake me up. I used to hate it. God forgive me. I used to hate it. But now I understand why she did it. Because the Bible says, teach your children in the ways of the Lord and they will not depart from it. And yeah, I think that's really like stood with me. And I'm thinking about how I'm going to take my children to church every single Sunday, regardless of how they feel. No football on Sunday, no cheerleading on a Sunday,
100%.
church on Sunday. And yeah, really.
Yeah, I feel like my relationship with God is also like important for me, because it's like with the backgrounds that sometimes you got forced as a kid to go to church, but now you've learned to kind of like do it by yourself. Because I don't go church, I go church for me now. Do you know what I mean? So and I just feel like he just guides me and he doesn't leave me behind. And like when I pray, it just calms me down and kind of like give me a peace of mind and stuff. But so
And he's always there when you're confused, if you ask a question. Yeah, and he sees everything as well. Yeah. Jesus is king, guys.
We've like all grown up together since we were young, so obviously our relationship is very strong.
School or church?
School? I am ready for this one. Telling you. I feel like relationships with school can be very hard and complicated, because you've got a load of rumours going about and stuff. For example, like with my friend, I was like, there was a girl that I was really close with, and obviously it was just a whole load of like miscommunications and stuff, and me feeling like I was just being like left out, and I just don't like feeling like alone and left out. So yeah. Oh, in church, do you think in church you would feel the same?
I don't think I'd feel like that in church, because we have each other in church. I feel like there's always going to be someone in church that you can like sit down and talk to. However, it's easy to like feel alone when you're with other people. But I think especially in church, there's always like that feeling of like togetherness, no matter who's there. So like I'll always, even if I'm going to church, if one of like my closest friends isn't going to be there, I know that there's going to be someone that I can talk to. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were blessed to have like to be growing up from the start in church.
Yeah.
Like I've known you guys for like 10, 15 years. Maybe not 50.
Like 11.
11.
Yeah.
And but in school, for me, high school and college were like the same people, but like I would distance myself. I don't know why.
Same.
But like hopefully in uni, I don't distance myself and actually try and make friends. And
about the distancing, I like when I'm in the midst with like a massive group of people, or like, you know, like that barbecue that we went to the other day, like I just took myself out the picture because I just feel like load of pressure and I just feel alone in like a crowd. So I just try and like make myself busy with something else so I don't like overthink everything sort of thing. But yeah.
I think that's an example of you having a really good relationship with yourself then, because you know your boundaries and your limits. Because if you were feeling pressured in like a group situation and you were staying there like despite you feeling like uncomfortable, then that's like really negative.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, but sometimes distance isn't the answer as well. Because I used to distance myself, but then I realised that I shouldn't be doing that. So I put myself in positions to break that, to where I don't feel like I'm not in the right place and that I can be there and I should be able to talk to everyone that's there. Because that barbecue was fun. You should have.
I had fun.
She was there though.
I literally had fun. What are you talking about?
I know what I was saying.
She was in the kitchen.
She would have enjoyed. She would have enjoyed football. Trust me.
Okay. Yeah.
What about romantic relationships? I know it's a bit of a hidden topic, shoved under the rug, but
Bit taboo.
yeah. As Nigerians, that is not.
Yeah, that is just a no-go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
so-
the culture, we're not even allowed to bring it up. Like,
Yeah.
And I think that's a problem because we don't learn, and like, well, not we, I'm just saying like in general, Nigerians, like they don't teach their children, they don't know about things, then they enter the wrong relationships, then it's toxic, then they're like saying, I don't know what love is, and then it's just...
That's deep.
No, but it's true though.
No, yeah. I mean, my mum, she used to do like, what's the word? Like Christian dating like lessons. So she has a very strong opinion that as a Christian you should court and then marry. Like dating isn't a word in her vocabulary at all. Like she doesn't believe in it. But me personally, I think that especially in this day and age, I think dating is important because not even just for like the end goal of marriage, I think it's an important part of like self-discovery as well. I'm not saying you should date to like benefit solely yourself or just to like find yourself. But I think once you get to the age of like, well, just like uni age, I think when you get into relationships, people find out a lot about themselves through that. You need to be like safe when you're doing it, obviously. Like you can't just be like picking every Tom, Dick and Harry and doing nonsense. Like that's not what I mean. I mean like just things like boundaries of yourself or what you like or what you don't like or like what morals you look for in your husband or your wife or your partner or whatsoever. However, I think that something that's really bad about relationships now is that people get into relationships just because everyone else around them is doing so. And then because you're getting into that relationship because other people are in the relationship, you're not like, you're just going along with what everyone else says. And if you don't have a spine, then your partner can just like lead you into like...
Then it comes into the age thing. What age are you getting into relationships?
Because I think there's not one age though, because people mature at different ages.
That's what I'm just, So, I mean... Me, I would say, when I was younger, I would say that I should be in a relationship like at 13, but that's obviously silly. Like even right now, I don't think I'm ready. Like I know myself, you should know yourself. Where's your mentality at? Are you mature enough? Relationship isn't just, happy and together, Snapchat, stop motion. It's not just that. There's a lot to it. And it's just, because that's like two people bonding like into one.
Like what I always say with me is that before I actually get into a relationship, I need to start find myself. Because then you just wouldn't clash. Don't like enter a relationship without knowing like who you are and what your worth is and stuff like that. But and I feel like it's with the Nigerian parents thing, it's very hard for them to come to terms when they find out that we want to be in a relationship because they've been brought up different, and it's very much different from our like generation towards theirs.
And my mum always told me and my brother that you should always build your friendship first. Like there should be a strong friendship. Like your family should know each other. You should know when they're angry. You should know when they're happy. You should know how they are in every situation, because some people just jump into relationships and then they're shocked when the person does this, and it's like you should have been knew that. Yeah.
No boyfriends. No boyfriends.
God's time. I don't know. Still.
Finish school, guys. No boyfriends.
We're here to build your confidence and self-esteem.
A great way to do that is by speaking self-love into yourself.
To end this episode, we'll be guiding a short affirmation session.
Feel free to repeat after us.
Or you can just listen.
I have faith.
I am bold.
I am powerful.
I am a daughter of God.
I am beautiful.
I never give up.
I am resilient.
I am heard.
I am smart.
I try my best.
I am held by my sisters.
I am enough.
I am faithful.
I am helpful.
I am unstoppable.
I can do amazing things.
I am unique.
I believe in myself.
I am loved.
I am favour.
I am Toyin.
I am Motherpet.